This is going to be so much freaking fun. I turned every single light in the house on, and I turned the AC off just because it was reading like 71 and it's like 73 or so outside. So I was like, whatever. But I'm gonna have my phone in my hand a lot during this or whatever. Obviously I'm shooting on my camera because this is my phone, you know what I mean? Let me type in my code that you're never gonna know what it is, because then there's just nobody could ever guess it. Just saying, it's not possible. But I have a question from my Meemaw on my I have my Meemaw and my Aunt LaRue, and from Jackie Edwards, one of my best friends, and my top 3 best friends of all time, and then also from Makeup Diva on my actual video. So let's see here. Let's turn down the sound. I'm going to answer the ones from the that were commented like on the actual video, like the like I'm gonna do a Q&A or whatever after the fact. But I'm just really excited to do it, and I just didn't feel like wearing makeup today because this is not a makeup channel, like strictly, and I'm not a one-trick pony. And if you don't know what a one-trick pony means, it means that you've got a lot of tricks up your sleeve. That's what it means. But let's dive into these freaking like questions. Like, people literally like care about me enough to ask questions, and I'm so excited. And click on Q&A, ask me anything. Ooh, 5 days, 132 views, not bad. Thank y'all for that. I really appreciate it. I mean it. Okay, so the first question, and I'm just gonna read them in order. It comes from Makeup Diva. She's one of my let me see how many times I've left her comments. She's left 21 comments and I've loved 12 of them, so I mean, she's been around for a minute, and I can't thank you guys enough for allowing me to be able to do a Q&A. I've always wanted to do a Q&A, but unfortunately I can't go live at the moment. But I will be able to go live because I'm getting closer and closer and closer every single day to that 1,000 subscriber mark, where I can finally do live streams and stuff and get super chats and just all the fun stuff of being a YouTuber. But okay, Makeup Diva asks, let's see, okay. She said, I would love to ask, what is your favorite food, and what's your favorite makeup artist? And okay, I imagine she's from the UK just because she spells favorite with O-U-R instead of just like the O-R, like, you know, us Americans do. But I have to say, without a doubt, my favorite food is it's gotta be okay, I'm gonna have to do like a double answer on this one, because honestly, it's like, okay, I love cereal, and I love cheese dip so much. Like, I love it, and it's like, because like I'm more of like a savory person. Like, I love sweets. Like, I love mint Milanos. Thank you, Jackie, for sending me those mint Milanos. I don't think I ever mentioned that on my channel. Jackie, for my birthday, literally sent me like 6 or like 9 packs of mint Milanos. I still have 2 in the pantry. Like, hang on, wait. No, you guys have to see. It's funny. It's funny. Hang on a second. As I was saying, literally a bag I haven't even opened yet. There's more than there's 2 more in there. I ate so many of them. Oh, classy. There's an ant on it. That's awesome. It's one of the privileges of living in a camper. I'm not complaining by any means, of course. But okay. So yeah, my favorite foods are a tie between like cheese dip and cereal. I have to be honest with you. Like, those are my 2 favorite foods. I love them. Of any kind. And then my favorite makeup artist at the moment is absolutely Nikki Tutorials. I think she's fabulous. I think she stands in her own truth, and I think the people that outed her were atrocious people, and I do not like them, and I do not trust them. And then okay, on my, what was it called? My Q&A Ask Me Anything TMZ rant video, that was 5 days ago, probably 6 by the time this uploads. But Jackie, I believe, asked a question in the comments down below. Yes, she did. Did I say Jackie or Ashley? I hope I said Jackie. And she asked me, okay, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm sure you guys can't see that, but that's what she said. And okay. And like, and I even said, LOL, how'd you know? Like, and that's a great question. Thank you, love you, Jax. But she was talking about my Animal Crossing shirt being from Walmart. It's like, if you want to go like look in the comment section, you're more than welcome to. Obviously, you can do whatever you want. But where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself absolutely being monetized on YouTube, but I don't see that. I don't foresee that being my only source of income, if that makes sense. I love the influencer life, but I'm also like a singer. I'm like a singer. I mean, I'm a wannabe singer, but I'm a songwriter, and I'm just gonna let you guys glance at this. Like, I wrote this last night, literally in 2 minutes, just because it came to me. And like, writing is my therapy, and it's very therapeutic to me, and I love it. And it's fantastic. It's great. But yeah, to answer your question, like in a little bit more detail, Jackie, Broken Princess, Jackie Edwards / Broken Princess, I love you so much. I really do. I hope you know that. And our friendship transcends at the internet, and I'm sure you know that at this point. But where do I see myself in 5 years? I see myself being in the public eye in some way, even if I'm a newscaster, if I'm an anchor, a weather girl, if I'm, I don't know, I would love to be a talk show host. That's my dream. I have a lot of anxieties and stuff, but whenever, like, I'm in, like I'm in my zone and in my, comfort zone, the whole thing, like, I can just, like, let my guard down, and, like, I don't meet a stranger. And people have always told me my entire life that, like, since I was a little boy, that I'm an excellent conversationalist, but also that, I'm just very in depth when it comes to, like, caring about people. So I think I'd be perfect for a talk show. And to answer your question, Jackie. So the next ones are coming from text messages. I'm going to start with my Aunt LaRue's question. She just sent me one, and she said she didn't mind if I used her name or not, so I used her name. But she actually asked me how. She goes, "How did you meet Joan Rivers?" with 2 question marks. And I was like, great question. I was like, thank you. Can I use your name or just say my aunt? And yay, I'm so excited. She said, either way, dear, it's up to you, with like a double heart emoji. I really have wondered about how that came about. So, if anybody is new here, thanks for being here. I know you probably watched like a few videos by now, and you're probably like, just putting it off or whatever, but like that little red subscribe button, it's like literally right there. Like right there. You know what I mean? Like, it's right there. So just like you could, and like the notification bell too, like, because I'm planning on making a lot of content. I'm feeling really, really inspired. I have a lot planned, and I have a lot of stuff to tell you, Jackie, and you, Chrissy, and you, Mom, and yeah, I really do. But okay, to answer that question, I'll even link in my description box where you can watch the video of me being on the Wendy Williams show, and it'll tell you the whole story, the complete story. Okay, so to elaborate a little bit on how I met Joan Rivers, and how we became friends, and why she still follows me to this day on Twitter, is because I was just honest, and I reached out to her and on Twitter, and within moments, like, she slid into my DMs on Twitter. And I mean, I just was honest. I let her know. I was just like, I'm your biggest fan. I've watched you since I was a baby. I was raised on the Tonight Show. Whenever the Tonight Show with Johnny Carson, not Jimmy Fallon, because it's just not the same thing. No shade to Jimmy Fallon, but it's just not the same thing. It's just not to me. But it's so surreal because, like, within moments, like, because I said I can't afford to see the show. I'm literally your world's biggest, gayest fan of all time, and she's got a lot of gay fans, so that's saying something. And like within moments, and I was like, can't afford to see the show because she was coming to Dallas or whatever, and I lived in Nederland at the time. And if it wasn't for my grandparents and my mom, then I wouldn't have had the amazing Hilton little room at the Hilton or whatever it was. I believe it was a Hilton, or maybe it might have even been a I don't know. It's been. Oh God, I don't want to think about how long it's been. It's like been like 6 or it's been too long. She's been gone for too long. But no, I'm not trying to get negative or anything. She messaged me within moments of my tweet to her, and she said, I mean, it could have been her assistant, but it sounded like her. I mean, either her assistant, like, you know, transcribing for her on her Twitter account. You know what I mean? It's her verified Twitter account. You guys can go check if you don't believe me. Twitter at Steesberger, at STEEZBRRGRR, or you can just search Kind Rush, just like on here, and the same thing on Instagram, and you'll see my pictures and stuff. And no, but it was like a dream come true, and that's what I said on the Wendy show. Whenever like I did, because I was featured on Celebrity Fan Out twice with her, with my story with Joan, and that's just like something that'll stand the test of time, and I'll always be able to watch that whenever I'm you know, feeling down or just like in a funk or something, because like she's always lifted my spirits up. I still watch her comedy specials to this day, and you know, it was literally, actually, and genuinely a dream come true. She left me floor. She told me she was gonna leave me 2 floor seats at Will Call, at the Windspear Opera House in Dallas. This is how much of a big deal it was to me, and how much of a life-altering experience it was for me, because I remember literally every detail of the situation. My roommate at the time, Robin, came with me, and she had a lot of fun too. We actually had a really, really good time. I love her, Robin Boudreaux. I know she wouldn't mind me sharing, because she's all over social media, and she's a social media manager. Don't know what that means. No shade, just don't know what it means. But and she said there will be two floor seats at Will Call, and we got there, and it was the star treatment from there and stuff, and it was like you know, I got to meet Joan backstage. Like, she made sure that, like, she spent, I mean, oh god, I wish celebrities were like how they used to be, because she spent, oh my god, she spent 10 minutes talking to me, and you know, like, oh my god, I miss her so much. She's a legend, and I hugged her, and I almost started crying, and I said, Mrs. Rivers, I just want you to know how much your comedy has changed my life. And she said, she was like, what do you like this old lady for? I mean, what do you see in me? And I was like, I see myself in you. I see love in you, and I see positivity. And we hugged, and we had a chat, and you know, we talked about Fashion Police, because she was still shooting that at the time, before it was canceled, before Kathy Griffin and her daughter Melissa Rivers had a falling out, which I'm still beside myself about. But on to the next question. Thank you, Aunt Lori. I hope that helped sum up your questions. 1, 2, 3 questions are from my grandmother, and they're the only ones about skincare, really. Because I'm not a one-trick pony. I've got lots of pony tricks up my sleeves. That's all I'm saying. But she asked me in a text, and I'm just gonna say Meemaw, because just for anonymity purposes, of course. She said, should you use a moisturizer plus a primer, or just one or the other? You should absolutely use a moisturizer and then use a primer, and then you should begin your makeup routine. Absolutely. I know this for a fact by watching literally 1 million plus makeup videos, and I just know, you know, not to prime is a crime. So it's like, you definitely shouldn't just use moisturizer unless it's a moisturizing primer, but it's got to, I mean, if you don't prime, you know what I mean, it's a crime, as Nikki Soros would say, who's my favorite makeup artist at the moment, if I'm being honest. But her next question is, Meemaw's next question in, and if you guys don't know what Meemaw means, it's like a southern thing, like people call their grandmothers Meemaw, and I was the first grandkid, so I chose the spelling, Meemaw, Meemaw. But the second question is it okay to sleep with makeup on? This is probably like controversial and, you know, contrary to popular belief, but it's okay to sleep with your makeup on once in a blue moon. If you do it once or twice a month, it's not going to age you tremendously, and I've done it 10, 15 times probably in the last 2 years, you know. I'm also coming up on my 3-year YouTube anniversary, and I'm finally at 304 subscribers, and it's baffling, and people are actually watching my content and wanting to know personal things about me, not just my family, but my subscriber friends as well, and my personal friends as well. And okay, the next question from my grandmother is, or my Meemaw is, if you don't drink enough water, does it affect your skin on your face? Absolutely it does, Meemaw. It really does. You have to stay hydrated from the inside to be hydrated on the outside, if that makes sense. And I hope that it does. Thank you for the questions, Meemaw. I love them. Now on to the next. The next few questions were like they asked me to keep them anonymous. These were given to me in private text messages, and I'm just gonna keep it that way. So okay, let's go to the first question that this person asked, which is, okay, if you weren't pursuing your channel, what else would you be doing? And I like how that rhymed a little bit. I love that. Okay. Honestly, that one's really hard, because like filming and editing and just like vlogging and talking to you guys and just being creative in general is my favorite thing in the entire world. But I would probably most likely be involved in community theater to get some of that creative, to get some of those creative juices flowing, if that makes sense. I get a little nervous and like stir crazy and like stuttery whenever like I'm really excited, and I'm just so flattered that like that you guys care enough about me to like want to know about my personal life, and I'm sure that's gonna rub some people the wrong way, but I don't care. I'm so far past it. I'm just an adult now and I've grown up, but I would definitely be doing some community theater, possibly like learning how to like do like to bake and like become a pastry chef with my mom, because that's a dream of both of ours. But okay, let's see what the dokity do. I guess that's my new catchphrase / expression. I don't know, but this one is from also an anonymous source, and I will just call her J.E. Okay, this one's from Jackie too. She asked me 2 questions. What are you gonna do? Okay. It's from my beloved friend Jackie Edwards, who my mom always confuses with Alyssa Edwards, not because they look alike, just because like Edwards and stuff, and my mom loves Alyssa Edwards, and she's very progressive, obviously, for having a son as flamboyant and crazy as me, as the little old me. But Jackie asks, what would your last meal be? And to be honest with you, like when it comes to like meals, like, cause like I'm a snacker, like I love to graze all day long and eat snack after snack after snack, but I would love like a vegan meatloaf with mashed potatoes and golden gravy and green beans and corn and macaroni and cheese. Like that is my shiz. Like I even have some meatless ground in the freezer, and after this, I'm gonna edit first, obviously, just so I can get it uploaded before hopefully midnight, because it's 7:48 p.m. Well, no, wait. Oh yeah, okay, it's 7:48. I was like, what the H? What the hell? Oh, you can say hell. Yeah, that's what my last meal would be for sure. I'm really loving the meatless like meat, and I'm still just like a vegetarian. I haven't made the plunge like to complete veganism, but I'm going to get there. And thank you so much for the question. Just like a few from random people that I DM'd on Instagram. And okay, the first one is, what's your favorite holiday? Absolutely Halloween, without a doubt, which is coming up, and it's canceled, but I'm definitely going to do some spooky makeup and make it look like I was strangled or something, and have some blood coming out of my eyes, the whole thing, like I do, and like I have done on my channel since going on 3 years, which I'm not trying to harp on that, but it's been 3 years and it's crazy. If you're wondering why I'm sweating so badly from my forehead, it's because I wanted the audio to be perfect for this. Just because, like, and the lighting to be a little bit better, because, like, you could barely see me, the lighting wasn't great, I had to use a stupid YouTube filter to make me even visible, and then my AC was so loud, but I'm going to turn it on as soon as I'm done filming. Favorite holidays, absolutely Halloween. Where would be your ideal place to live? Either, anywhere in the Colorado mountains, anywhere in the Hollywood Hills, anywhere in any of the 5 boroughs in New York. To be honest with you, honestly, I think that's the best I can do for that one. Okay, the next question is, next one. Where would you want to live if you didn't live where you do now? Oh, I'm loving these questions, girl. Thank you for these, really, honestly. Where would I want to live if I didn't live where I live now? Well, since I'm at this point and I'm not doing financially great, you know what I mean? I would probably say like Miami, Florida. Maybe Miami, maybe New Orleans, just because like it's a little bit more in my ballpark at this point in my life. But and I think it's time for some more questions. What do you guys think? Okay, and last but definitely not least, is I'm not gonna say it's my favorite question, but it's definitely in my top 3 of the questions that I was asked, and I'm so flattered that I was asked any questions at all, like totally. But this was just like a really original thought, and I really appreciate it, girl. You know who you are. But okay, what would I want to come back as if I was going to be reincarnated, which I do believe in to an extent. Actually, to a pretty large extent, to be honest with you. That was my knee. Literally my ankles are like, it sounds like a freaking, I don't even know what, like a concrete mixer, a cement mixer. Like whenever I twist my ankles, it's a whole thing. It's a Marfan syndrome thing. I'm not trying to be negative. Oh god, we were trying to answer a question here. Really? As much as like I've devoted my whole life since I was, as long as I can remember, I've had cats and dogs and bunnies and hamsters and literally everything in between. Honestly, I really have. It's a toss up between dog and cat, but I think that I would come back as a dog because and a Chihuahua specifically, because I've had Chihuahuas my whole life, and well, since I was like 10 years old I've had Chihuahuas, and I've had Harley for 11 years of his 13-year life, and that's amazing and such a blessing. And Ruby is definitely pregnant, by the way. I know that's not that's not necessarily a question, but I just want to let you guys know. Ruby's definitely pregnant. She's about a month along. My dear friend Chrissy let me know like a little bit about all that stuff, and I wasn't really sure, but she let me know and sent me this article, and it just straight up said that, you know, like her nipples have descended, they're really, really pink, and she's about a month pregnant. So I don't know how long, I'm gonna have to Google after this video, like, how long it takes, like, for, mama cats to, like, give birth to their kittens. Luckily, there's just one dad, and it's Jupiter. It's crazy little Jupiter. Oh my god, he's so crazy. But no, honestly, like, it's a toss-up between cat and dog, but I would have to say dog. Just because, I know how much, like, people love and dote on Chihuahuas, and it's, like, the way that I treat my Chihuahua at the time, Harley. Come here, buddy, come see. You want to let the audience see you? Come here. Come say hi to my 304 subscribers and my family and your friends, Harley. Okay, but, I love you. Oh, I love him so much. He's such a good boy. But no, I would definitely want to come back as this little boy right here. Definitely come back as this little purr muffin. I love you, Jupiter. I love you, Jupiter Starburst. I love you. Oh, that's his middle name, by the way, Jupiter Starburst. Rush. I love you. But I would come back as one of these two sweet boys, and even though he deflowered and fornicated with my daughter, my fur daughter, it's okay. No hard feelings. Plus, I really she's always wanted to be a mama. I could just tell, and like, she's not too old. I did the research, and they say if you have just one father to the kittens, like, it's like you can have like maybe 2 max, I believe, or 2 or 3. But like, because normally like feral cats and stuff, they have like 8, 9 kittens because it's all different dads because they live in the streets. But luckily, it's just like they're the only 2 cats that they've ever been exposed to. You know what I mean? Ever. But yeah, I would thank you so much. Thank you so much, you guys, for the questions. This is the most fun I've had filming in forever. I hope that was super prevalent and obvious to you guys. Do you guys have any suggestions for my next video? I always love suggestions and constructive criticism in the comments down below. Once again, don't forget to subscribe, because like, I'm planning big things. Short films, horror films for the upcoming spooky season. It's time to go now, but never forget that Kyron Rush loves you all so much. Hit that notification bell, because you can't forget about that. That's very important. And just never forget that I love you so much. And I'll catch you guys. I don't know why my lip is all of a sudden itching, but I'll catch you guys on the flip side.